mastering the Merkabah and becoming a diamond or Vajrayana body. So in previous lessons, I have talked about how the flower of life, this over here, is related to the shape of the chakras on the body, which is this over here. And I know that I have described how this flower of life shape, which is so beautiful and has so many expressions in the natural world, is all about the physical matter, the expression of divinity in the physical world, as opposed to this chakra shape over here, which is really about the shape of energy in the non-physical world, the purely energetic aspects to one's body. And basically, the way that we derive this chakra shape down here is, it's all about the Vesica Pisces. So you can see that right over here, we've got these two lovely circles. And when they overlap with this guy right here, we get that lovely Vesica Pisces shape there and there. I'm changing colors. And this is the same the same flower of life that has been turned 90 degrees. So here you can see, we've got this circle right here, this circle right here, and this one in the middle. Excellent. Now when we add this one plus this one, what we get is so now you can see relation with these two interlocking toroid donuts, how we create this 4-vortex shape that you can see echoed right down here in this painting, which, as I always have to say, is a 2-dimensional static image of an energy vortex that is actually 3-dimensional and moving. So the flower of life is very important because it relates to the Merkabah. Merkabah is again, really, truly beautiful, deeply significant shape that has everything to do with astral travel and changing and morphing one's energy field. We'll get more into this. First, I want to start with the platonic solids. Bam, over here, platonic solids. So you can see equilateral triangle. This is what the flower of life is based upon. Here you can see you end up having all of these lovely equilateral triangles that link together all like that. Now these equilateral triangles are special because we make hexagons out of them. We'll get more about hexagons in the future. So over here you have a tetrahedron, which is when you take 4 of those equilateral triangles from over here and build them into a pyramid. Now you can see that this Merkabah over here is comprised of 2 of these intersecting pyramids, and these pyramids, it is very important to understand, are 4-sided figures. Now this is in contrast to the octahedron. Octahedron, this guy right over here. Now this guy has 8 sides, and the 2 pyramids that it is comprised of are more like the Great Pyramids in Egypt. And I'll tell you how and why the Great Pyramids in Egypt and this pyramid shape is very special. Over here is a better example of this pyramid shape. And you can see very well how it is. It's comprised of all of these faces on the triangle are all the same, and they are all 60 degrees. However, this overall shape, this shape up here, which becomes the vertex of the pyramid, is actually a 90-degree angle. So unlike the tetrahedron up here, which is certainly a magical shape and it's involved in water crystals and carbon crystals, and we'll get to that, but unlike that pyramid, which is comprised entirely of 60-degree circles, the octahedron, this pyramid shape over here, is comprised of not only 60-degree angles, but also 90-degree angles. So we're talking about the angles of the physical world, the world of matter. That's those equilateral triangles, those perfect triangles, all with 60 degrees. However, this non-physical world, the non-physical energy presences over here, these are based upon squares. They're not based upon those perfect equilateral triangles. You can see that this is based upon a square shape. So when one is looking at this shape 2-dimensionally, we see this very familiar star, right? This would be like taking one of these beautiful equilateral triangles and overlaying it with its opposite partner. But that is a two-dimensional understanding. And what we have over here is a three-dimensional understanding, where we see that we have those two beautiful interlocking pyramids, tetrahedral pyramids. Now, this is a painting which I created, and I call it the true face of Christ. It is based upon a vision that I had, and here you can see, this is the overall shot, but you can see this very basic equilateral triangle shape that is made by these two, the star shape made by these two interlocking equilateral triangles. And very briefly, this painting is based upon the crystalline structure of diamonds and of water or snowflakes. And these carbon is diamonds and water or snowflakes is water. And these are two of the things that our body is comprised of. But now I want us to add another dimension, because when we look at this beautiful octahedron on the left over here, we understand on one point that this is made up of this, remember, square-bottomed pyramid right here, but you can see, you can imagine you are looking through a clear crystal, and I do have a clear crystal that is shaped like this, and when you look at the overlay of all of those dimensions, you get this beautiful Merkabah shape. So I'm going to show you this here on this painting over here. I just have to extend these edges a little bit so that you can see it when that's a close-up. So basically you have this beautiful pyramid shape that is made from these intersecting equilateral triangles, and those count as the faces of the pyramid, and put together with some beautiful 90-degree angles. And as soon as I add in these two lines, you begin to see that that is a pyramid. And then I add in these two lines down here, and you see that the other bottom is also a pyramid. This is the magic of the octahedron, that essentially what we're doing is taking a tetrahedron and imagining another dimension to it. And then by looking through those two dimensions, what you get is this beautiful two-pyramid shape. But now I want to talk more about the shape of atoms that are in your body. So we have a carbon atom. That's this right over here. Your body is made up of tons and tons of molecules that have carbon in them. Now, carbon is actually shaped like a hexagon. And what you have over here are several flat sheets of those carbon atoms put together in a lattice work, and that is graphite. They are slippery because they glide against one another like that. It's opaque. You can see that this is coal over here, and the graphite, the lead in your pencil, is definitely opaque. However, and we can also see that this is a flat surface. That's a two-dimensional version of the carbon atom. However, when we look at this over here, and here's another beautiful example of it, we have the tetrahedral shape. That's the beautiful equilateral triangle pyramid. It's got a triangle bottom as well. And it is out of this shape where we have added another dimension. We went from flat to three-dimensional over here. That creates this beautiful diamond. And it is, I would say, diametrically opposed to all of the characteristics that are over here in coal or in graphite are the opposite, where this is very, very soft, this is incredibly hard, where this is a lubricant, this is an abrasive, where this is opaque, this is brilliant and clear. And now we're going to bring it all home because we're talking about your body. Because your body is made up of all of these flat carbon hexagons over here. And flat is two-dimensional, and when you add another dimension, what you get is this beautiful pyramidal tetrahedral diamond shape. And we're talking about the Merkabah, and we're talking about becoming a diamond, and we're talking about activating one's third eye. And right over here, we've got this Merkabah shape that is essentially what I'm saying. When you are able to transform the energy field of your body into this tetrahedral shape that creates the Merkabah, you are also changing on a profound level the molecular structure of your body, and also creating these chakra shapes out of the non-physical reality. So this is a very big topic. I know it's a lot to talk about. As always, I urge you to tune in for more lessons for full spectrum humans.